Hello, friends, and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson today, we are going to talk about three kinds of languages that you are going to use in order to speak English well. So, let me introduce you to these three types of languages. I have already spoken about this in one of my earlier lessons. Now, let me remind you once again, what did I speak about? We spoke about language, body language, and para language. I had also explained to you what is body language and what is para language. For written English, you will require only language. But for spoken English, you will also additionally require body language and para language. Now, today I am starting your lessons on para language. So, what are the things that come under para language? What is para language? All vocally produced sound that is not language. That means all sounds that we produce that are not words. So paralanguage uses sounds, but paralanguage does not use words. And paralanguage is what gives expression to the voice. Expression. So, how does voice get its expression? Voice gets its expression through pitch, tone, volume, and pacing. So, pitch, tone, volume, pacing. What is pacing? Pacing is nothing but speed at which you speak. Volume is nothing but the volume of anyone, which is loudness. So, low or high. This is loudness. Tone. Tone is nothing but emotion in the voice. And pitch. What is pitch? So, my dear friends, I'm going to introduce you to all the components of paralanguage. Now, you have been following the tips that I've given you. You have already started speaking. Now, you have to get more expression into your voice first. Then, we will talk about body language, how to get more expression on your face and more expression through your gestures, postures, etc. So that would be part of body language. And then we will also talk about language, how to bring more meaning into what you are saying through language. So that will then help you become a very strong speaker. It will help you use all these things in order to create very good effects on people. So let's talk about pitch today. So today I'm going to tell you what is pitch and how we can work on your pitch. So let me get a new board and let's now talk about pitch. Now, my dear friends, pitch is nothing but frequency at which your vocal cords vibrate. So vibration of vocal cords. Okay, yeah. So the greater the vibration, the higher the pitch. Now pitch is of four kinds: low, middle, high, and very high. Now in the Western musical octave and the Indian Carnatic musical octaves, you have all these pitches. So if I have to say that what is the pitch of a female voice and what is the pitch normally of a male voice. So if you say female voice, then they have a slightly higher pitch, one octave higher. Octave is your musical scale. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. So sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa is your octave. So that means octave 8. कहाँ पर है? Where is your voice? Where is your voice in this octave? So if it falls here, then it's a low pitch here, it's a middle pitch here, it's a high pitch, and then it is a higher pitch. So it can fall anywhere. Now female voice, they say, is from 155 hertz to about 265 hertz. And male voice, they say, is from 85 hertz to about 155 hertz. Now that is approximately what they say. Okay, now it can vary. A male can have a voice which is high pitched, a female can have a voice that is lower pitched. So there's no problem about that. Now, how do you recognize the pitch? So the best way to recognize pitch and the best way to bring, see, let me now speak in a monotone. Supposing I speak in a monotone where there are, see, voice expression and variation we are talking about. Expression which depends on voice variation. Now, if you vary your voice too much, then there would be a problem. If you don't vary at all, so let's say don't vary. So if I don't vary, if I don't change my pitch or anything, that means I'm going to speak in a flat tone. So let me try to speak in a flat tone. Pitch, frequency, vibration of vocal cords, low, middle, high, very high. Female 155 Hz to 265 Hz. Male 85 Hz to 155 Hz. Don't vary. Voice expression, voice variation. My dear friends, if you do not vary your pitch, then it is going to be very monotonous. If it becomes monotonous, then everybody who is listening to you will go off to sleep. If you want to put people to sleep, then you should take something to read and you should go on reading in a monotone. As you go on reading in a monotone, people will fall asleep and they will thank you because you made them fall asleep with your monotone. So, friends, could you understand that if there is no expression in the voice, if there is no variation in the voice, then the voice is going to be, that is known as flat. So if it is flat, or if there is a monotone, so to say, as I was doing that time. So flat or monotonous, they call it. Why do we say that life has become monotonous? That means life has become boring. It's the same, and there is no variation, and I'm not enjoying it. So everybody requires some variation. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. Otherwise, it can get very monotonous. So, how do we recognize pitch and how do we start using it? And what happens if there is too much variation that you employ in your voice? So, if you're going to employ too much variation, then it's going to sound very odd. Pitch, frequency, vibration of vocal cords, low, middle, high, very high, voice expression, voice variation. Now, my dog has got excited when he heard my voice with so many variations. He's become excited. Oscar, nothing's happening. Papa is taking a class. Please sit down. Female voice, male voice, 155 hertz to 265 hertz. Now, this is not a drama, this is not a movie, this is not a role I'm playing where I'm supposed to make these variations. So, if there are too many variations, then also there is a problem. So, you have to vary, but not too much. And if you don't vary, then also there is a problem. Now, let's understand pitch a little more. What I'll do is I'll sing a couple of notes so that you will know what pitch actually means. Now, if I have to sing a song which will use all the pitches, then let me try this song by Kishore Kumar. And if the pitch is low, I'll be low, then I'll go higher, lower. मेरे महबूब कयामत होगी आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी मेरी नजरें तो गिला करती हैं तेरे दिल को भी सनम तुझ से शिकायत होगी मेरे महबूब तेरी गली में आता सनम नगमा वफा का गाता सनम तुझसे सुनाना जाता सनम फिर आज इधर आया हूँ मगर ये कहने में दीवाना खत्म बस आज ये वहशत होगी आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी मेरे महबूब Now let me sing this song in a monotone. मेरे महबूब कयामत होगी आज रुसवा तेरी गलियों में मोहब्बत होगी मेरी नजरें तो गिला करती है तेरे दिल को भी सनम तुझसे शिकायत होगी तेरी गली में आता सनम नगमा वफा का गाता सनम तुझसे सुनाना जाता सनम फिर आज इधर आया हूँ मगर ये कहने मैं दीवाना, खत्म बस आज ये वहशत होगी, तेरे दिल को भी सनम तुझसे शिकायत होगी, मेरे महबूब कयामत होगी. So my dear friends, how do you recognize your pitch? Now, your pitch is something that is given naturally to you. When we are growing up at the age of puberty, when a child gets into adulthood, males have some hormone secretions and females also have some hormone secretions. So, because of those hormonal secretions, our vocal cords change. That is why a boy suddenly changes his voice when he attains puberty and his voice becomes sometimes like this. And you say, okay, okay, his voice is changing, he's growing up. So, that's it. You understand? These are all biological things. And no matter what kind of a voice you have, low, middle, high, you can always, middle person can always vary it one step higher, one step lower. I'm not saying from middle you go to very high. No, don't worry about that. But if you're going to do this, then your voice is going to have more expression. Now, how do you practice all these things? See, supposing I'm saying there was a big crowd. So, my voice expression, there was a big crowd. There was a big crowd. There was a big crowd. So, this will help me stress the right words. This will help me get the right expressions. So, yes, I know you're going to that mela. If there's a big crowd there, I'm warning you. It's pandemic time, the pandemic is still not over. So, if there's a big crowd there, do not take off your mask. Do not eat anything. If you touch something, sanitize. So, this is how you start getting expression in your voice. So, if you have the right emotion and that right emotion is then expressed with the right expression in the voice and face and gestures, then imagine how powerful your speaking is going to be. So, this is what I was trying to tell you. And this is pitch. In the next lesson, we are going to talk about tone, and then we are going to talk about volume, pitch, tone, and volume. So you can see now, don't go by my depiction of pitch. This was horrible. So don't worry about that. All right, I was trying to do something that the voice will vary like this and it will come up and go on. That you can see in the one of those meters that they have, the audio meters, that will tell you how the pitch is varying. But otherwise, friends, now become conscious of these things. Sing songs if you want to learn how to vary your pitch, etc. Sing songs, do breathing exercises, because for different octave voices, different pitch, you need a different infusion of air, whether you're breathing through the diaphragm or there is shallow breathing from the chest. So, all this, read up about this. If you're interested in learning more about all this, I'll probably be able to help you later also. But otherwise, be conscious of your voice, use your voice well, give your voice expression, bring about some voice variation, convey the right feelings using all these tools. So, my dear friends, I really thank you very much for having watched this lesson. Please use the tips and tricks that I am telling you. And thank you for watching this lesson. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, all the best. Thank you.